Welcome in, boys. We are live. NASCAR back in your life on Saturday evening. NASCAR playoffs roll on. Next stop, Richmond, Federated Auto Parts 400. And that's going to be the focus of tonight's show. Normally the show's on Sunday. This week the Cup race is tonight. We got football all day and night tomorrow. We have college games going on the slate tonight. We'll look for live spots. If we see something, we'll pounce. I got my guy Gavin with me, as always, on the weekend. Gab, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on? We got a bunch of, good college football, and it's a little bit backloaded towards the end of the night. So ready to dive in here for a couple hours till I got to run.
I'd run for smash burgers, too. I'm not going to lie. So I can't blame the move there. All right, welcome into the boys in the chat. Johnny Nelson, my guy Yellowhammer, back in the mix for football season. Corey Dwyer, Otter, Mikey, Airwado, Adam UES, Lord Hanny, ATF Media. Nobody's got diarrhea. Tommy Hart in the building. Let's go. Let's have a day, boys. Why not us tonight? Last weekend, we hit Denny Hamlin at 7.5 to 1. We got the chicken, and we're going to try to do it again. Now, I have one play on the spreadsheet that I like a lot. I gave it out at plus 170, and it's now plus 125 in some spots. So I'll let you guys know what it is. I think the value's gone pretty much, unless you can find somewhere that still has the plus 170. I took Toyota wins the race tonight at plus 170, threw it on the sheet. All the places that I'm looking at, I'm seeing plus 125, plus 130. So we definitely got the best of the number. Why? Because I think all four Gibbs drivers can win the race. Denny, Truex, Kyle Busch, and Chris Bell can all win tonight's race. And that's why I pounced on it early in the week when I saw the number. It just seemed off to me. I thought it should be around plus 125, especially when you consider how poorly that Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott run here. We know how overpowering Hendrick Motorsports has been this year. So Larson starts at the tail end of the field. He failed inspection. Chase Elliott's never really been strong here. And I think that's going to leave the door wide open for the four Gibbs guys, Joey Logano in driving a Ford, and Will Byron and Alex Bowman, the two other Hendrick drivers that people besides us don't often talk about. So the only other two bets that I like tonight, besides the one that I gave out on the spreadsheet pre-race, was Will Byron and Alex Bowman to be the top Chevy tonight. Now, you can get them somewhere between plus 475, plus 500, somewhere in that area. I think that they are the overwhelming favorites to be a top Chevy tonight. And I don't think that the price really dictates their actual chances of finishing top Chevy. Now, when you take a look at somebody like Joey Logano, who should be the top four tonight, he should be. And that's why he is plus 220 to be the top Ford, right? That's why. I think the odds are wrong with Byron and Bowman, because I don't really feel Kyle Larson. I don't fear Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott tonight all that much. So I didn't put it on the spreadsheet, and I'm probably going to regret it by the end of the night. But I did bet them both, so I'll throw them at the bottom of the screen. I bet both those guys to be top Chevy. Aside from that, I'm on Toyota wins the race at plus 170. And all my betting, you guys know, will be live. So that's what we're going to rock and roll with. I took a look at the groups. I didn't like any matchup. I took a look at the groups. I was kind of interested in Group A. on Bet365 because the group was Kyle Larson and then the three big boys at Toyota. I'm throwing Kyle Larson out this race. Total pass. I'm throwing him out completely, right? So that basically means you're taking two of the three Gibbs guys to beat the other Gibbs guy. The problem is I think they all probably equally have a chance to win the race. And that's why I didn't bet that group. But that was really all I saw. I didn't see a bunch I liked. But what I did like, I like a lot. So that's what we're going to rock and roll with. And then Gavin's got a shit ton of college action. The only
Shocking.
Shocking. The only college football bet I made today was Kent State minus 17.5. It's a bummer I didn't put it on the spreadsheet, but I talked about it a little bit in our college football Discord. Some of the guys got on it with me. I figured they'd win by 40, and they won by something close to that, I think. The only other lean I had was Iowa plus the points. I don't know what's happening in that race. What's in that game? What's happening in that game?
The last I looked, they just picked it off, and then I started organizing some kitchen stuff. I don't know where they left off at.
Were they
end of the third? That's why. Iowa is 2nd and 6 in the red zone.
And they're already up?
24-10.
Fuck me, man. God damn it. There's so much going on, bro, between the race, NFL this weekend. I just didn't have the time nor the energy. All right, so I'm gonna put what I like at the bottom for the race, and then any plays that you want to put at the bottom for college football, you could shoot at me in 1 minute.
We recheck some of these lines before we give anything out.
Michigan or Washington, Andrew says. I'll
let you address this one.
Tyler's got a play on the spreadsheet in this Michigan game. So for the purposes of the show, we'll roll with that play. I don't know exactly what his play was. I think he's laying it with Michigan. So we'll roll in support of my guy, and we'll say we're rolling with Michigan minus the points. And Cheese Delgado says Washington with 50 ends. All right then. All right.
49 wasn't enough.
Yeah, 41 wasn't enough. Iowa crushing. God, that sucks. Ronnie Lofton. Ronald, how are you today? Ronald, I think your guy is one of 8 people that could win this race today.
We have the most loyal subscriber here with us tonight in Joey Work. Good to see you, Joey Work.
Joseph Work in the house.
You might kick me off for just saying something stupid like that.
All right, Joseph. I see you, bro. What's going on, Joe?
Joe, you got anything on the sheet for MMA, dude? I actually ended up firing a couple of fucking greasy-ass bets, dude. I got your boy, Joey.
Well, first of all, there's no UFC this weekend.
Yes, clearly.
And the only thing so far that I want to put on the sheet isn't happening for like a month and a half. So I think I guess I'll put it down what me and you have been talking about for 2 weeks. Fade and Rockhold. But that's not until like what? Is that like 2 months from now?
Yeah, Joey, please play devil's advocate for Luke Rockhold as why he has taken money to the point where Strickland was minus 143 at Bet Online for multiple days on end.
What's the current line?
I'm looking right now. So back to 160 on Bet Online.
Yeah, I think I saw 145. I could still get down on that. The only reason why I held out is what you and I talked about. I don't think that he's going to be able to go the full 15 minutes, and I really want to take him inside the distance. But they're not going to give us that prop for like 6 weeks.
The thing also, Keg, is even now at minus 160, dude, I would rather not get if we feel this strongly about Strickland, I would rather not get cute and try to bet him inside the distance versus a guy who is historically a relatively decision fighter in a 3-round fight where he's going to have less time to accumulate, volume and damage. I know we obviously get Rockhold's chin. He's taken a good amount of time off. He is going back down to 85 after the Jan fight. So, it's like, who knows? But the thing is, even at 160, I would rather attach Strickland to one of these really good parlay pieces coming up rather than just betting him inside the distance, And typically, I'm the one that gets cute and tries to bet him all forms of functions and, manners and rounds and for big odds. But that's where I feel with that fight.
I don't think it matters that Rockhold's going down to 185 because his chin was gone at 185 for a long time before he went up. So
right, and then he went up to fight Jan.
Then he went up to fight Jan, right?
But it's like, dude, I and I watched a bunch of Rockhold's fights, like going back. The thing is, those fights are from multiple fucking years ago too. At the same time, like, and at his age, he's not going to be making great strides fight to fight.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. I think that Luke Rockhold is really gifted striker, and he has a sick ground game. The problem is if he gets hit one time, he folds like a paper tiger. Like, yeah. I mean, that's the problem. And you just know that Strickland's going to be walking forward the entire time. He's going to throw a ton of volume. And without a doubt, something is going to land flush and Luke Rockhold is going to go down. You could set your fucking watch by the fact that Strickland's going to walk forward and he's going to drop him, period.
All right, so what if I did like – so, here's – the thing is there's so many good parlay pieces going forward, and when he's in that less than $2 range, I think I would just rather just pair it with a Chimaev minus 330. I have Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo attached to a bunch of shit already. Like, I 100% get what you're saying, and there's no reason not to bet Strickland inside the distance for some amount of shekels when that prop does come out.
I mean, I don't mind your angle of parlaying him with fighters that you think just are going to absolutely romp, because you'll probably get that 145 down to even money. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for inside of a $2 favorite.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I actually think, believe it or not, I do think that Jesse Andrade is going to win, right? But I think that Cynthia Calvillo is kind of the prototype that you need to beat Jessica Andrade. It's just that her skill set is nowhere near good enough to actually do it. But
Calvillo at this weight class too, I got to see it more. She got away with wrestle fucking at the lower weight class for a while. Stop making weight, and I don't know if it's going to happen at this division against someone as elite with the strength of. I think just Andrade, just muscles are off the ground. Like,
all right, listen, real quick to the guys in the chat. I know it's a NASCAR show, but the plays are at the bottom. And unless you have a question for me, there's really nothing much to talk about until we get into this race and we can live bet it. Now, Gavin, just hear me out because this is going to sound absurd. Okay?
Oh,
now,
do I need to pour another drink before you give some ridiculous take like this?
Now, you're talking to a guy, right, that laid 5,000 to win 1,500 on Valentina against Andrade because I thought that Andrade had no chance. Okay.
No, zero paths to victory is a good time to fade a fighter.
Now, am I out of my mind for saying there's just something about Lauren Murphy's will that I want to take the plus 900? Like, I want to take a shot on this girl.
Is that a 3-round or a 5-round?
It's a championship fight. It's a 5-round.
It's going to be a 5-round. I'm out on Murphy then. 3-round maybe. It might be worth a shot. 5-round, I'm out.
I think that Lauren Murphy could probably get Valentina to the ground and probably stay on her too.
That's what I'm saying. In a 3-round fight, I think one of the 3 rounds, and probably early, she does kind of what Maya did and smothers her a little bit and probably gets that control and is much more live. But dude, in a 5-rounder, like you're talking, she's going to wrestle.
Listen,
out-wrestle Valentina 3 out of 5 rounds. I mean,
all I'm saying is I think the odds that are the current odds are a little bit disrespectful, like a tiny bit. Like, dude, I've backed Valentina in her last probably 10 fights in some type of way. So, like, she's the second best of all time. I know that. Don't get me wrong. But this is how it happens, bro. Like, I'm not a narrative guy. Like, Mangone always has the street sign above his head that says Narrative Street. Like, I'm not a narrative guy, but, like, this is what happens sometimes in the UFC. Like, the girl that absolutely nobody expects to win a fight somehow gets it done against a monster. And it would not shock. I'm just going on record by saying it would not shock me if Lauren Murphy somehow found a way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm going to bet her. I mean, maybe I'll throw 100 on her to get back 1,000. Like, I'm not going to bet like my normal bet size, right? But maybe I'll throw like a little change on her. But I don't know. There's just something about that fucking fight. Who's Chimaev fighting?
Jiang Ling. The new Chinese guy who's kind of a pretty solid stand-up dude. Nothing kind of extravagant about his game, but he's pretty sound both in the pocket and at range and relatively good defensively. But it's really hard to win fights when you're on your back getting your chin clubbed from top mount. Like,
Terlansky said Islam Makhachev a great parlay piece. Who's he fighting?
No, RDA, and it's too expensive. It's 5 to 1. There's no point of even doing it right at that point.
Oh, he's a $5 favorite against Dos Anjos, huh?
Yeah.
Dos Anjos can actually wrestle.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Like, you want to, and obviously RDA is a third of the odds as an underdog as someone like Lauren Murphy. But, dude, you're talking about Lauren Murphy. Go buy a fucking scratcher at the gas station. Like,
don't you fucking judge me, you cunt.
Yeah, I am judging you. You know what? I will bet plus 900 shit more often than anybody. I'll bet some sketchy, gross, disgusting bets, and that makes me want to puke on my feet.
You know what? I just decided you're not my friend tonight.
Good. At least we have established that at the beginning of the stream versus when we usually do towards the end, then when we start getting hostile.
I just decided that me and you will be friends tomorrow.
That's fine.
Is that Joseph Work popping up?
Where's he at?
What am I looking at right now?
Bro, what is this? His trading card collection from his teenage years, or what?
He's got to be at his brother's store, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. His brother's got a fucking awesome, like, high grade sneaker store.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Yeah. I can't see these fuckers because of the headset, but yo!
Where are you? Are you at the brother's job right now?
What's up?
Where the fuck are you? At the brother's business?
This is the business, yes.
What are we doing over there,
High
Joseph?
Stake Breaks, 8 p.m. live on Instagram. High Stake Breaks at High Stake Breaks. We're breaking multiple boxes and packs of cards.
Fucking kid.
Yeah, that's right. We're also giving away free Trevor Lawrence. All you had to do was retweet my tweet or go to the Instagram and repost it. That's all you had to do, and it was free. This thing's worth like $70 for free.
Is Joey doing a fucking promo commercial right now?
Commercial right now going live. High Stake Breaks at High Stake Breaks on Instagram.
This fucking
8 p.m. tonight. Half hour.
God bless you, bro. I don't even know what you're saying.
High Stake Breaks.
What is that?
You read here. High Stake Breaks.
Is this a business that
it's
you
a
want?
Business. Yes, it's a business. We're breaking these cards. What do you want? What card do you want? Tui? Here we go.
You know what?
How do you say this guy's name? Tua Tagovailoa. Rookie card. Beautiful card here.
I mean, how much are these boxes worth that you're cracking open?
I mean, they're worth a good amount of money. Like this one is worth, I think, like somewhere $500. This comes with 6 cards per box, 3 autographs, all rookies.
Look at
get something really nice out of here. $6,000 card out of here, baby.
We got people in the chat asking if this is the Home Shopping Network.
QVC coming live to you from Run Here Sports.
This is fantastic.
I mean, we got Gavin on here every week. We haven't seen his face ever.
You're right. Antiques Roadshow right here.
Promoting stuff.
Listen, Joe.
Yeah.
When you crack open those boxes,
yes,
I want a fucking Zach Wilson rookie card. Maybe he's going to be good.
So you got to get in. You got to buy a spot, and then you get a division.
Buy a spot, bro. What are you
everyone in that division you get. So you can make $5,000 tonight on these cards. Never mind your bets.
Wait a minute. Wait, reserve a spot. You're in the building. Just do it for me. What are you talking about?
I'm in the building. Yeah. What?
So reserve me a spot and get that Zach Wilson rookie. What do you mean?
All right, yeah. So Venmo $165 to High Stake Breaks or PayPal, and I'll give you a spot. And then when Zach Wilson comes out, I'll slide it out the back door, and it's yours.
Wait. All right. So like, these are like
great. Look, the chat loves this.
These are like baseball cards, like what we grew up with.
These are NFL cards, newer versions, mostly 2020, 2021. Cards. A lot of them, this is at random. So you go in there and you can hit a freaking really nice card.
I'm not gonna have money in my PayPal till the morning.
I mean, well, you can't get in then. Like, what does that mean? Till the morning? You got no money in your PayPal? Come on, bro.
I literally just sent Robin the fucking child support from the PayPal for the month. I have no money.
No doubt. Well,
But I'll have it in the morning.
Yeah,
I'll
work for next week.
I'll withdraw money from the sports book right now. It'll be there in the morning. Just put the 165 out and don't be a cunt.
All right. You heard that here. This is live on YouTube. Everybody heard that.
Live on YouTube. I'm going to the withdrawal right now, and I'm taking out 165.
All right, good. Well, then you're going to have to send me your address because I'm going to send you a bunch of fucking cards, and you're going to be like, wow, Joe, you just made me $5,000 tonight.
Let's go, Joe.
Let's go. I should have just gave the Joes to the High Stake Breaks.
Let's go. Can you throw a little edibles in that box when you send it up north?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to give you a tip. I'm going to take 190 out, 25 for you. How about that?
There we go. Now we're talking.
How about that? I love it.
All right, well, I'm going live in a half hour. Let me finish setting this up. and then I'll probably come hang out with you for a little bit.
Yeah, all right. The money's on the way, bro.
All right, that's what we're talking about.
Make me some money. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Go. If you have Instagram, High Stake Breaks, 8 o'clock. We'll be live, and we'll be pulling these cards.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Thank you. Ron Lofton said I could sell my pillow. Hell yeah. Let's go, Ronnie.
Thank you, Joey Work.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
I love it. I don't even know what I just bought for $180, Gav, but it sounds like it could be money in my pocket.
I heard it from a distance. I was it a card?
I think so. You know
yeah,
what?
I would rather you purchase an actual fucking sports card, a hard commodity, rather than buying one of these.
That's what I think.
NFTs and
no. I think it's an actual hard-covered sports card.
Yeah, that's fine because I can draw an innate value to that every stretch of the way, and it never fluctuates that much.
Yeah, I just withdrew it from.
And if someone does NFTs, God love you. I hope you make a bunch of money doing it.
Didn't that entire market like implode?
No, I have no idea, but it just. I mean, as somebody who understands finance and money, it just sounds like the most Dutch tulip thing I've heard probably in my lifetime.
Yeah, I thought the whole Top Shot thing where people had like some shit that was worth like 10, 20 grand is now worth like a couple $100. Like it all imploded. What time tomorrow? Overtime, 1 o'clock. I'll be on for every single football game, every snap, all year long. As a matter of fact, let me put up the graphic right there. Sunday sack exchange.
That is a prime graphic.
Is that not a prime graphic?
Is this a free show or a subscriber show?
Tomorrow's going to be a free show. Now I haven't decided.
But tonight is subscriber or no?
No, tonight. Then I did the NASCAR for free all year.
All right.
So I have to figure out how many shows are going to be free and how many are going to be behind the paywall for the NFL. But tomorrow's going to be free. We're kicking it off every snap, every game, all season, at least for subscribers. And then tomorrow, Monday night, I'll be live again because that's what we do here.
Just show up. Your best ability is availability.
That's right.
Have you heard that expression before, Keg?
Not before you told it to me.
No way, dude. That is
when we were talking about Derwin James.
No way, dude.
That was the first time I ever heard it.
My coach, Keg, at Oklahoma State, before he actually brought that idea of your best ability is availability, he said, he comes to me, he goes, do you know what the old Roman army used to do to soldiers who couldn't actually fight in battle for them, who were, hurt or otherwise unable to combat? They would kill them because they were just drains on resources and food and water. And that's how my coach phrased it. And so that's when I realized, yeah, your best ability is availability.
That's fantastic. I love that saying. But yeah, it should be.
How is it more true than in the NFL, the most injury-prone sport in sports?
I mean, we kicked it off Thursday night, and we did not hit our first touchdown half-unit shots that we took, but we ran the table and went 4-0 on every prop between me, Holden, and Twatty. So it was a good start, very good start. What do I feel about our New York Jets tomorrow? I feel like 5.5 is too many points. But my money will be nowhere near that game. But I feel like 5.5 last time I saw the line felt like a couple too many. So that's how I'm feeling, my friend. That's what we're doing over here. I have 2 plays on the spreadsheet for the NFL so far, and I like both of them a lot. I should have put the Cowboys team total over on there. That was dumb. But at least I gave it out on the Picking Winner show on Wednesday afternoon. But I should have put it on the sheet. We're still live. We pushed the first half of the teaser with Tampa Bay. So we're at least live to get our money back and push that first bet. But yeah, I have a player prop in the Monday night game that I love. And then I have a play in the Washington Chargers game. And I will probably add one more play. And then the rest I'll bet live. Me and Tyler all day tomorrow. 2 NFL live betting gurus just doing the damn thing. Are we doing Vitor Holyfield? Well, I don't even.
Oh man!
I don't even. Are they fighting each other?
Yeah, is that disgraceful or what?
That's disgraceful. Yeah.
I think it's one of those exhibition bouts where it's like if it goes to the cards, then it's just a tie, regardless.
Holden is going to be on a lot of the Thursday shows. I think he's going to be the guy on Thursday Night Football to come and hang out. Tomorrow, I think it's basically just going to be me and Tyler for 12 hours. And then Monday night, it'll be me and Tyler and whoever else wants to come and hang out. But I think you're in good shape with me and Tyler live bet in the NFL. I mean, we crushed last year. And I had a ridiculous NFL regular season last year. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at that graphic, Gav, that I sent out week 17 last year. Like, that's how I did
165 plus 54 units. Okay.
That was the NFL regular season last year. Pretty good.
Yeah, dude. October 30th and November 6th, back to back. I mean, this is pants off UFC. Like, there are some ridiculous fights in these 2 weeks.
Jason Cornell said, "I'm just here for the entertainment. You guys are great." Well, guess what, Jason? I think you're fucking great, and I love your first name because that's my first name. So how about that?
So you must be as equally intelligent in sports betting by
100%.
default, by osmosis, if nothing else.
Rob said, "Yeah, Keg's pretty good at NFL. Not gonna lie. Appreciate you, Rob. Let's go, Robbie. We are gonna have an NFL season this year. That's what we're gonna do." All right, Gab. What are we putting at the bottom of the screen? College football.
The beautiful thing about it is I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen, and if it loses, I'm probably not even going to be here to see it. But
yeah, you know what? Fuck them. Do you, bro?
Dude, this is going to be a gross one when you press submit, but it's going to be a casher, and that is San Diego State money line at the best odds you can get. It's between even money to plus 110 to minus 105 area.
All right, so SDSU money line plus 110. It's going at.
Some people are going to fucking hate that bet too after their performance against New Mexico State. And I get it. If you don't plug it in, I don't even hate you for it. But we're going to cash.
Anything else you like? Shame on me for not betting Iowa. Fuck me. God. Look at Clemson looking like Clemson against South Carolina State.
Yeah, State. Like, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Utah's still the full 7.
A lot of people thought Wisconsin was going to roll Eastern Michigan. What did you think about that game?
I lean to Wisconsin. I thought, man, Eastern Michigan is so bad, but Wisconsin, one of these teams that I thought won the game on paper, but lost the game kind of on the scoreboard, which was part of the reason why I faded Penn State this weekend for the same reason. So still early. I don't know if that's where we're finding our live opportunity.
What'd you think about Utah BYU? I mean, how do you not lean Utah there? No,
I got to bet on Utah personally.
I'm with you there. I agree. What did you get him at? Where did it open?
6.5.
7 now, or I would bet that with you.
Yeah,
I like
it.
That.
So it was 7 when I woke up this morning. It's been 7 for the last 2 hours. It was 6.5 for probably 90 minutes, midday West Coast time.
I like that play. I think you're on the right side there. Oh, you want to blow the Pac-12 for a minute?
Oh, baby. Talk dirty to me. How about this Pac-12, gang?
How about this Pac-12?
We got Oregon storming into Columbus and running the ball right down the throat of a playoff team. I mean, my God. We got UCLA looking good last couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this, God forbid, like USC has a good performance. Now, frankly, I'm probably going to have a degenerate 10th of a bet on Stanford plus 17. And typically when I fade USC, I'm pretty profitable doing so. But another one of these overreactions where Stanford looks so bad week 1 against K-State. No team ever looks as bad as they do in any one given week. So I'm kind of going on the back. This is always – there's 2 nemesis to USC. That is Utah, who clips them every year in Utah when USC is a highly rated team, and Stanford early year before they get their feet under them are the 2 spots you got to look at. Brother, my fucking degree says USC. I want to root for them, but I have to bet on the game, and so I threw the 10th of a unit on Stanford plus 17. That game just feels a little bit more greasy than that because I don't feel that Stanford is as bad as they showed that first week.
I just want to put it out there on the record that there was one guy last Thursday that said Georgia would beat Clemson and make the college football playoff. And Ohio State going down today is what I want to see.
And Oklahoma looking very pedestrian in their first week.
Yeah. That you mean the Oklahoma defense?
Oh yeah, this newly renovated defense. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Every talking head on the planet blew that Oklahoma defense.
All right. So I think I'm going to get this live Iowa under home. As long as nothing wild happens here late.
What did you think about the degenerate special, Hawaii, Oregon State?
Oh, man.
Bro,
I didn't have a strong enough feeling on that one compared to some of the other DGen specials like the Utah, which is kind of where I really focused a lot of my effort and energy digging into data and whatnot.
Look at these spreads to end the night. Arizona State laying 34.5 against UNLV. Nevada laying 35 against Idaho State. USC laying 17 to Stanford. Fresno laying 33 to Cal Poly. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, bro. I was not impressed with Colorado State last week at all. I think I bet them and lost that game, actually. And they're laying 6.5 to Vandy. I almost want to take the points because of how bad Colorado State looked last week.
Dude, oh my God, Keg, Vandy is so bad, brother. So bad. Oh my God.
That's why they're getting points to Colorado State.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's September 11th, 20-year anniversary since the towers fell. May we never forget. Hope everybody rests in peace that died that day.
Yeah, my mom growing up in New York, and we had some family friends that we lost too. Family friends that were in the firefighting rescue operation. Like that shit is,
bro. I
went and actually visited the site, dude, where it was before it was rebuilt, where it was leveled. Like it was eerie. It was kind of crazy to think about.
When it happened, right? I was a union sprinkler fitter before I fell off the 30-foot ladder and had 5 back surgeries, right? My boss on the job site found out that his wife died in the tower in front of me at like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like I had to pick a grown man up off the ground in absolute shambles because I think she worked at Cantor Fitzgerald. And
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, it was a fucking nightmare, bro. I was home by noon because after that happened, like we left the job site immediately. It was terrible. It was terrible. Some reason this race hasn't started yet, and it's 10 to 8. What are we doing here?
Hey, get over here.
What kind of dogs do you have, by the way?
Hold on. So my parents have 2 yellow lab rescues, okay? And I grew up with a purebred yellow lab who was like the best dog ever.
Right.
And my parents, when he died when I was 23, I think. And my parents they went to the rescue to get the next dog. They saw the dog that looked exactly like him. They wanted to get him. And then there was also this runt of the litter girl, literally a yellow lab. If you put a yellow lab skin on a Jack Russell, that's what she looks like. Same energy, same personality. She's so fucking hilarious. But dude, I'll tell you what, Keg, never, every time in my life I get a dog going forward, rescue. These are different animals, man. There is no love like a rescue gives you.
My dog's been arrested twice.
Arrested.
I'm not even technically. I'm not even joking. Technically, I have 130-pound red-nosed pit bull,
and it's got a rap sheet,
bro. But it's not his fault. He gets a really bad rap. he almost killed a dog in my cul-de-sac because the guy let his Siberian Husky off the leash while I was walking my dog, and the Husky ran up to my dog, and it's over. Like if you run up to my dog and you're a dog, you just die. So he didn't die. He was kind of close to dying, but the police came and wanted to arrest my dog. I was live on the show when it happened. I was like, I'll be right back, boys.
If any one of these current subscribers can attest to this, I would just be.
I guarantee
these are some of the real ones.
Somebody in the YouTube chat will be like, yup, remember that night? Yeah. If I open the door right now to the room that I'm in, my fucking dog, my dog,
fucking dog, my fucking dog.
I'm not even joking, bro. He will jump through all the equipment. The fucking computer will be on the ground. Look at Yago can confirm it was a Tuesday. Rob, true. Ronnie Lofton, yup. I mean,
these are the real ones. The ones that are that are attesting.
And
Hunter have been around with Keg way too long.
100% it happened. Everybody's like, "What happened?"
And frankly, Keg, if I had met you at the time that Yago and Yella and Ron Lofton were fortunate enough to, I would probably be living on a fucking yacht in the Mediterranean right now.
I mean, I appreciate that compliment.
It was a Tuesday. Man, this is hilarious.
Imagine trying to arrest my dog because some asshole let his dog off the leash.
You arrest my dog. You go arrest my dog.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying. Did Truex get a penalty?
No, but there was another time, Keg, where a dog similar to the one that you had ran up on one of the rescues. I had both of them on the leash, and it got close, dude. And it charged from probably 50 yards away in a dead sprint with this ravenous look on its face. And I just gave it just one swift kick to the ribs. That's it. That's it.
No, that's not nice, Gavin. That's
brother. You come up on now. Here's the thing: when I got these two poor rescues who are scared by fucking cats, and a pit bull is charging it, yeah, I gave it a little swift punt right to the ribs. Just let it think twice. It didn't attack after that, but there was no arrest. Like the owner it was a young girl who was trying to corral a 120-pound pit bull or whatever it was. It was probably with the muscular aperture that those dogs have. It was probably just kind of a love tap to it anyway. I'm about to get canceled by PETA. Oh man.
Would you believe me if I told you that my dog is blacklisted from every county dog park in the county that I live in?
That's crazy, dude. Like,
now here's the thing, bro. Like, if a burglar came in my house, my dog would like jump on it and lick it and ask him to pet his belly. Like, people, God forbid somebody tries to kill me, the dog's not going to do anything. But like any animal that he can get his hands on, it's over, bro.
That's going to be the problem, Keg, with our texting record over the last couple months. If you die, the police are going to come to me and say, what happened to this guy? And I'm going to say, I don't know. Have you ever seen the guy's bets? I can't imagine he has that many enemies. Look at Arkansas going, man.
Yellow labs are really cute, though. They're cute.
Awesome, dude. That's my dog. Like,
the best dog I ever had was a Basset Hound. where like the ears like hang all on the floor.
Yeah. It drools everywhere.
Best dog I had, bro. 14 years. Like
the recruiting visit I took at Oklahoma State, I had to sleep on a couch next to a big ass basset hound that drooled on my shit all night. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And when I mean phenomenal, I mean much less than phenomenal.
His name was Charles Barkley. Because he was as ugly as Charles Barkley.
You should have named him like Barles Charkley at least, or something, relatively creative. Like,
we called him Barkley, but his full name was Charles Barkley, and like just the ugliest, cutest dog you'll ever see in your whole life. All right, so what do we got here so far, boys? I don't see Truex anywhere in the mix. He got a penalty, huh?
All right, hold on, Keg. So we had a couple of RPS guys who were threatening in the college football GPP. It was like Crackaff. What was his name? I was texting Steve about him, trying to update.
How are they doing?
Hold on.
Oh, how Boynton's there, right? How is the MLB World Championships going?
Keg, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
For this? If I needed any more reasons to love Big T, this man allegedly, I may have heard this. I cannot confirm. Took an Uber from Philly, I'm pretty sure, to New Jersey. Does that sound geographically relatively close?
Yeah, that's not that far. Yeah.
In order to place entries in the college football slate, like my fucking man.
That's what you call grown.
Yeah.
Man.
When you pull in $1 million on some contest, that's what you are afforded. I mean, all right, so here you go. MT Row Bridge and Krafka 10. I don't know who they are, but I'm gonna recheck. Wow, actually, my night slate lineup is going a little bit nuts.
Do you know, I mean, since you talk to Boynton a lot, like, do you know how the four guys, our crew, are doing in the World Championships?
In what? Not really. Like, I haven't been talking to Steve as much about, like, how exactly are these guys doing place by place. And it's not because I dislike the RPS guys. I'm just like, I'm more talking to Steve about other live bets that we're looking at money wise. But like he was telling me, he was right next. I want a satellite. Wow.
I would assume that it's what is it, like the whole weekend? The guys go for the whole weekend.
Wow. Yeah. Keg, who is Krafka 10?
I have no idea.
KRAFKA 10.
I mean, the DFS side probably has.
My brother just stoned $50K off DraftKings tonight.
Fantastic. You know what? How I never met the guy, never said a word to him, but we'll put that on the board. Put it on the board. Put it on the board.
Just a mild, easy little, just kind of 50K. Just a little money infusion.
Krafka, if you're out there, put it on the board for you and that 50K. Congratulations, bro.
What did I run the lineup?
Because
my night. That's because I went heavy on Louisville, and I'm hitting both.
Is Kyle Busch wrecked? Because I see him going around. Did he get wrecked? I mean, it doesn't look like he's wrecked, but I thought I saw him. Wow, I did not think that Kurt Busch was going to be this good today. He's sitting in second and pretty solid. I didn't think that he would be this good. Chase Elliott, second Chevy, Reddick, third Chevy, and then Byron Bowman running 12-13. Logano running third, exactly where he finished this race earlier in the year. I thought he would be pretty strong. And then Denny just doing the damn thing. Come on, Denny, take us home for 1.7 units to get this Toyota bet home. Imagine saying take us home 27 laps into a 400-lap race.
27 of 400. Now, I know I only do investment banking and I'm not that good at numbers, but that seems to be a minimal amount of the entire race.
How about this? This show is up 130 units on NASCAR Cup Series live shows, okay?
Is that it?
That's it. As good
as
that's
it. That's it.
As good as it's been, I'm down 5 units on the year in the Xfinity Series. Today, with 28 laps to go, I had the guy in first at plus 750, the guy in second at plus 400, and the guy in third at plus 350. A caution comes out.
That entire thing in Japanese, I wouldn't know what you meant just as much as when that previous spiel just occurred. So bro, I just trust you. You just tell me when to bet and what to bet on NASCAR. And if one of my books afford me the opportunity to bet that, I will do so. But I know nothing about that sport. My Lord.
It's a lot harder than I make it look.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine betting is a lot more difficult than just bagging 70 units a year. Like, it's crazy to think about, Keg.
Somebody told me to stick to hitting plus 700s today. I said, okay.
Yeah. You know what 70 units in a year is called, Keg? It's called not needing whatever shit and middle management job you're working right now to pay the bills. Stick to hitting 700s. I'm dead. Dude, my night DK lineup is off to an exquisite start.
Let's go, Gav. That's what I'm looking. That's what I want to hear, bro. That's the kind of news I'm here for on a Saturday night.
I only 4X the morning slate, but I won a couple satellites, so that's all right. And still got mega boned out of a bunch of touchdowns, dude. Like, I have 2 Pitt receivers along with Kenny Pickett and Keg. They throw a wide receiver reverse pass where the 4th-string receiver throws a touchdown pass to the 5th-string receiver, and none of the 3 Pitt guys that I have get 1 fucking point from the whole thing. You know, that's what I get to deal with.
What did you think? What did you think about this Miami Appalachian State game going into the game? Anything?
Not really. Like, I didn't even have, honestly, a strong lean either way. Part of me felt like maybe there was a little overreaction to not only Miami losing extremely bad in the manner and fashion that they did, but also App State got out to a big lead to ECU and then just literally just handed the ball off and ran it up the middle for 2.5 quarters. Like,
what did you think about Texas, Arkansas?
I have a bet on Texas -6.
Okay.
And it's not looking super spunky right now. So
it's early though.
My thing was, I thought that because Arkansas is another one of these pretty straightforward teams to handicap in terms of they're really strong in the trenches. They are extremely susceptible on the back end, the secondary. Texas with and Sark. I can't believe I'm betting on Sark, and this is probably what I get because as a USC guy, I hate how Steve Sarkisian went to the Nick Saban alcohol rehabilitation and career rehabbing facility, and now he's just doing fantastic. But I felt that Texas would have way more multiple looks in terms of the offense, and do the running better than Arkansas. But I'm looking wrong right now.
Bro, how good is Malik Willis though?
Is he cruising right now?
I mean, Liberty's up 14-7 on Troy.
I have another bet on Liberty -3 because it creeped down. It was 3.5 for most of the week. And when it finally got inside of 3 and inside of -120, I bet it at -115 for another quarter unit. But more of these quarter units I'm betting as relative gut plays versus some of the half unit or full units that I'm betting, like with San Diego State money line and such. So everybody needs to – I'm more of a high volume guy, but keep in mind not every bet is treated equally. So I don't want to be leading anybody down a gross path.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I thought Liberty would cover this Troy game. I think the live number, they're up a touchdown, and the live number is 6.5.
Yeah, once I didn't have the hook, I felt way better about it. And the thing is, dude, I was probably incorrect in thinking that because I'm one of the biggest proponents of you never tease in college, you never buy half points in college, because inherently when you're playing with much greater totals that it doesn't mean as much and of a similar facet to that. And so, yeah, all right. I snuck in the under live on that Iowa State, Iowa.
Nice. Wisconsin's up 10-0. Kentucky's up 14-0 on Missouri.
Does someone have stats on this? I can't even remember the last name of this Wisconsin running back, but whatever DraftKings is showing me is telling me that he's having a ridiculous game, and I haven't watched the game at all. So,
did you bet anything in the Houston-Rice game?
No, I thought that I told you I thought that over was ripe for, or that total was ripe for an over. Two relatively up-tempo teams with very susceptible defenses who focus much more of their time on the offensive end with a total. I think that was at like 51. That was probably one of the closest bets that I didn't actually bet, but I felt pretty good about.
Bro, that Ole Miss offense is so good. They're up 14-0 with like 5 minutes left in the first quarter against Austin Peay. I forgot to look at what their team total was pre-game because that they are going to score a shit ton of points. Oh, Kurt Busch in the wall? You hate to see it.
Oh, come on. Our guy Mikey literally says Kurt Busch 35-1, and the guy gets sent into the wall. Now, I know nothing about NASCAR, but I can imagine being, quote, sent into the wall is a bad situation / circumstance.
Oh, sorry, Mikey. Look at Bubba with the tire under his car. He's got the worst luck ever.
In fact, I'm going to take another look at this Houston-Rice game.
I bet I got Bowman and Byron to be top Chevy at 5-1. So get Kurt Busch out of there. Let's go.
Problem is, like, just like you said earlier, Keg, I hate betting on games that I'm literally not watching live, snap by snap, getting a sense for momentum, trench work. Like,
yep, 100%. That's the most Bubba Wallace thing ever, to run over a loose tire. I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah.
That is just Bubba in a nutshell.
I get a sense. Hold on. Give me a sec, Keg. So Yella brings up a good point in terms of why do you not tease in college football? Okay. So Keg, if you take a 2-leg 6-point teaser, whether it's in college football or NFL, it's aligned at the same price, correct?
Yeah. The problem points are worth less in college football.
That's the main thing, and the best way I can explain it and describe it is that when you have totals, look at the size of totals in a typical college football game versus totals in a typical NFL game, where you are literally scraping and diving for half points everywhere in the NFL.
Right.
Versus there are 70+ point totals in college football. Like, if you're going to tease a total from 58 to 64, like,
I mean, first of all, you don't tease totals like ever, even in the NFL. You don't tease a total, but your foundational point is right. When there are totals in college football games that are 68, 70, 72, and there are 10 to 15 games that have totals like that, points are worth less when you're talking about NFL games where a total is.
Yeah, Adam UES bangs it on the head. Way more variance involved in every single college football game where a teaser is less valuable. And first of all, if you have to pay more than 110 for any 2-leg 6-point teaser,
that's not accurate. You
should start to look elsewhere. If you're paying 115, 120.
I'll be honest, bro. I have about 10 books right now because the NFL started. And the cheapest place to put down a teaser is DK. And they're like minus 120. There are books out there, 6-point tees in the NFL, that are charging 130, 135. FanDuel sometimes puts out a minus 140. I can't even now. Wow. You're right though, Gav. Like 10 years ago, but like now, I can't find the teaser to get down that's less than minus 120. Now I will never pay more than minus 120, and that's why I do them all at DraftKings. But like, find me a book, or at least a legal book, that where you can get a teaser down at minus 110. It's almost impossible.
All right, fair. I will raise my hand if I'm incorrect in that matter. I'm glad that someone actually brought it to my attention because, this might be a relatively old school thought process that I have in my handicapping. But
you're right.
If you're betting more than minus 120 in any six-point teaser is going to be dicey regardless. Like,
I agree totally.
And you're losing much of the edge. Like,
you can't lay 130 or 140 in a teaser because exactly what Gavin just said. Whatever edge you have is gone when you're laying 130 and 140.
And the thing is, okay, so you talk about how do books protect themselves from teasers, okay? Especially in the NFL, is you instead of hanging minus 8.5, plus 8.5, minus 110 both ways, you hang minus 9.5, minus 9, minus 120, or minus 9 plus 100, plus 9 plus minus 120 as a teaser protection kind of aspect. So keep that in mind. But I would be. Trust me. If I start looking at my books and I start seeing minus 120 minimums for teaser legs, I'm going to be a lot less, prone to fire on it, because you're basically firing on 2-team alternative leg parlays.
Yes.
That's what they are. They're literally alternative line parlays.
100%.
And I'm not a big parlay guy outside of the MMA.
And you know what? Sometimes that's the way to beat. If you're, Gavin brings up another great point. If you're using a sports book right now where a 6-point tease for 2 teams, which is literally the only tease that you make, everything else is nonsense. 6-point 2-team tease. If you're having to lay 130, 135, 140,
no shot.
You're better off going and making your own 6-point alternative line 2-team parlay, because sometimes the odds will be better on that book than the minus 130 or the minus 135.
Anytime there is 2 bets, 2 actual bets laid into one single betting opportunity, there is going to be inherently vig taken by the book, because it's much harder to calculate what exactly you are losing. For instance, you bet Kansas City minus 4.5 and the over 40 or whatever. I bet if you actually took those 2 legs independent, you probably get 10 to 20 cents better. One, because it's a little more difficult to actually place in terms of placing the 2 leg. But does that make sense, Keg?
Yeah, 100%. And to sum all this up, I know that there are people out there that feel like there's value in taking an NFL total and teasing it down or up 6 points, but by the numbers, there is no value. You cannot tease NFL totals ever. It's the wrong move every time based on the implied probability odds. So the only thing that you should be doing when you're betting a teaser is betting 7.5 to 8.5 down, or 1.5 to 2.5 up, and it's a 6-point 2-team tease always. Never, ever, ever, ever a total, ever.
And I much more prefer going, or I guess, would it be teasing up from +1 or +2 to through the 7?
Well, yeah,
I would say typically I would prefer to go that way.
It's got to be 1.5, because 1's going to land you square on the 7.
Yes, regardless of what I just said, I need to go through 3 and 7 with the corridor, irrespective of what the number is. So if it's 1.5,
100%. So you're teasing 1.5 up, you're teasing 2 up, you're teasing.
I would much, and the Wong teaser is typically more dependent on teasing a home dog less than 3 points up to more up. Here they go.
And the only time that I would ever fuck with totals are if a book will let you get down taking a parlay where you could get plus points in a low total. Now, technically, that's correlated, and a lot of books won't let you bet a correlated parlay, but some of them will let you. You'll catch the occasional spot where you can actually bet a correlated parlay. Like, let's say you want to take the team that's +4 in a game where the total is 44, and you want to bet the under. Technically, that's correlated, where you would take under 44 and +4. A lot of places won't let you do that in the same game, but occasionally you'll catch books sleeping at the wheel where you can actually get that down. But aside from that, the only time you're teasing a game is two-team teases where you're going down on 7.5 to 8.5, or you're going up on 1.5 to 2.5. And there is no other time that you should be doing it. Denny looks good tonight, boys. Chase Elliott up to 4th. Didn't really expect him to run that good. Larson in the top 10. He didn't look good earlier this year in Richmond, and he hasn't looked good historically at Richmond. How about the fact that there's 2 Toyotas right now in the top 10, and one of them is winning, and the other one's running 10th? And then you got Marty's really good here. He's 12th already, and think about where he restarted on that penalty. He was like 38th. So Marty's going to be in play here. I think Bell could potentially be in play here, but I think that Marty and Denny Hamlin are going to be in play to win this race. Until I see Ryan Blaney actually hold on, don't expect much from him. Joey Logano is exactly where we thought he would be. Finished 3rd in this race earlier in the year. He's 3rd. He was only plus 230 to be the top Ford because he's the strongest Ford here. But we got Ford right now running 2, 3, 5, 6. Impressive. No live bets yet, though, from me, boys. I don't see anything I like so far. How could Denny be 3 to 1 already? Jesus Christ. 3 to 1, and we're 64 laps into a 400 lap race. And he's 3 to 1. And then Truex is 4.5 to 1. I mean, that's absurd. That's absurd. Andrew said, yeah, this free show tomorrow, we go dark. Tomorrow is going to be a free show, Andrew, for week 1. Now, some people think that we should do free shows every week, every free show. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, free show. Because hopefully that'll get people to join. But then some people think if you make them free, why would they join? Go behind the paywall. I think these Sunday shows after tomorrow are going to be behind the paywall after tomorrow. 12 hours of live betting opportunities with me and Tyler for the NFL. That's pretty valuable. You can share this link for tonight, Rob? Yeah, I mean, I tweeted it out. Every NASCAR show I've done has been free all year. 130 units for people. Think about this. Like, everybody that watched this show for free all year, I paid for your membership for the next 8 years. So, like, you should join. Like, why wouldn't you join? I made you guys a ton of free money on this NASCAR show all year long. You should join for these NFL live shows. Sunday's going to be behind the paywall, though, I think. But tomorrow will be free. It's week 1. Man, Denny looks good, huh, boys? He looks really good right now. He's got the best car by a mile. Where's my guy Willie B right now? What's he running? 15th? 19th right now. Bowman's running 14th. At what book did you get them at 6-1, Terlansky? I don't mind those odds. Kyle Larson is fucking moving. He looked so bad earlier in the year at this track. Kyle Larson is moving, though. Got to give him that. I think Kyle Larson, you have to get on him at 5-1 right now at DK. We're gonna make that our first bet. Larson at 5-1, first official play. Chase Elliott looks good too, boys. Yeah, I'll probably have to get on Denny too, but he's not going to wire this race. So I think we're going to be able to get him at a better price than 3-1. If we can get him in that 5-6-1 range, that'll be great. But I think 5-1 right now on Kyle Larson is pretty good at FanDuel. So we'll rock and roll there. Right, I'll tell you, right now it looks like Denny and Truex from Gibbs and Larson and Elliott from Hendrick look like the 4 best cars. But you guys know how this goes. This race, the track's going to change. The more rubber that they lay down, And, you know, we have 350 laps about to go in this race, right? 320. So a lot can change. But Kyle Larson is moving. Started at the tail end of the field and he's fourth. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you, I think. I guess. She said, I would trade a full year of my life for NASCAR live betting. All right, Cheese. All right, bro. I see you. Oh, no. I mean, sometimes the cat drags in shit, and this is what happens.
What's up, kid?
The cat officially drug in some shit, and it's the one and only Zach the Goat. What's going on, Goat?
Just watching some college football. Trying to figure out what else I like for the rest of the night. I followed you on I got you on the San Diego State money line, which was on the bottom. So I told you on that one.
Oh no.
But
Sean B said, well, have a good night. I'm out. Diego said, here we go. I mean, let's be nice, boys. Let's be nice. Be nice. Where are you going, Zach? Come on, Sean B. We got money to make, bro.
I actually took Liberty in the Troy game at over 62. I'm hoping that this game can kind of pick up in the second half with the scoring. Not looking good right now. But I do have Liberty -4. I took that earlier in the week.
If you had to play one player for fantasy football tomorrow, don't care about the price, what player would you pick? Who's your multi-touchdown player?
The first question I got to ask is what position? Because if it doesn't matter which position, then I'm going to definitely, I would even say Dalvin Cook, maybe even Christian McCaffrey, the obvious one, but maybe.
Could it be a quarterback? Because I think that Josh Allen is going to play really well tomorrow against Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nick Chubb's going to have a day against Kansas City.
Yeah, and you know that Cleveland's just going to run the ball in Kansas City. That's the only way they're going to have a chance to beat them.
I love Lamar Jackson against the Raiders on Monday night.
With no running backs either, with all the issues that they have in the backfield.
I think I got the best player prop on the spreadsheet right now all week. I like Fitzmagic. I got a Washington play on the spreadsheet, but I'm sky high. I'm sky high on Washington. I'm way higher than the average NFL bettor is this year on Washington. So it's hard for me to be objective there because I think that they are going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says the Raiders defense is better than you think. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree there, but sub 70-yard rushing prop on Lamar Jackson with no running backs is an absolute joke.
Yeah.
He'll have 70 by halftime.
With ease. Especially because I don't even know who's going to be starting in that backfield.
I'll be cashing. I think I'll be cashing that. I mean, what are we doing outside my house right now? It's not 4th of July with the fucking fireworks. Jesus Christ. I think that Lamar Jackson has 70 rushing yards at the break, and I'll be on him live again, hitting it for the second time in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best player prop on the board this week.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily disagree with Sean saying that the Raiders defense is a little underrated from last year. I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Anderson could have a day for the Jets.
He plays for Carolina, buddy.
Yeah, Robbie is playing the Jets. He's on Carolina now. But, I mean, he could have a big day for Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of taking a look. That Carolina receiving core just got, in my opinion, better. And now it's going to make it harder because you now bring in a really, really solid draft pick, Terrence Marshall, who now opens up Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Because you can't double team DJ Moore like you did last year. And what are they going to do against Robbie Anderson? They're probably going to focus on them, knowing that is going to be probably most likely Sam Darnold's guy.
Hendrick looks good early. Chase Elliott's up front at 5-1. Come on, Kyle. You got to get past Ross Chastain. What the fuck are we doing right now? So much time left in this race.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler's got to be looking nice with that AFC North division prop with all the injuries going on in Baltimore, and plus on top of that, Baltimore also lost their corner for the year.
Oh, Marcus Peters?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's in trouble early for sure. I think the Browns should be the favorite right now to win that division.
Yeah.
David says, "Why are people sleeping so much on Pitt?" You know what? Dave, I think it's because of how bad they looked the last 7 weeks. People feel like that 11-0 start was slightly fugazi. Ben's a year older, not going to be able to do it much longer. I think the fact that James Conner isn't there anymore, and the fact that Najee Harris, that's another prop that I like tomorrow. I think Najee Harris rushing yards prop over at like 58.5 is a decent look. My worry about the Minnesota Vikings Bengals game is Joe Burrow didn't really complete a pass in preseason this year.
And I think the reason why that was because they're just really trying to test out that knee.
He missed a third of his rookie year, so he's definitely further behind than a normal second-year starter. And we all know that second-year starters tend to regress in the NFL because unless you're Patrick Mahomes, because they have 16 games of tape on you, it's way easier to prep for you. That's why I think players like Justin Herbert, even though I think that Herbert's going to be really good, I think that we can definitely see some regression the first half of the year from Herbert.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see a lot of teams kind of make those adjustments early on to kind of send these second year quarterbacks kind of like a wake up call saying, "Hey, I need to change things."
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're coming from, Dave. To be honest, that wasn't one of the divisions that I targeted this year at all. Like I took Washington to win the NFC East because I thought the price at plus 280 was just bonkers, crazy off. I think Dallas should be a minus 110 favorite in that division, but the price on Washington was just crazy with that defense, and now a veteran quarterback who has weapons in Fitz. And then the only other play that I made in terms of division winner were the Titans to win the AFC South at like minus 110-ish, I think. Because I can't trust that Frank Reich is just automatically going to bring Carson Wentz back to a championship level. No matter how good I think that Colts team is as a whole, I'd much rather side with the team that I know in Tennessee. So I took them to win that division. And I think those were the only two props that I threw a little money on the Rams to win the NFC West, but I didn't feel good enough to throw it on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, because the West is just loaded this year. Yeah, David. I mean, I agree. I didn't want any part of the NFC West either, especially just trying to look around in terms of conference stuff.
The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. That's all I know about the NFL. I don't know anything else about the NFL other than that.
I have, from your lips to God's ears, bro. I have them.
Sorry about that. I was out for a second.
12-1.
We had a guest show up here, and I can't not be a good host.
I mean, it's Zach the GOAT, Gav.
Once I saw him on, I said, "Well, fuck, I gotta rearrange the time schedule here." Keg, it sounds like you ran down some NFL picks when I was muted. Are there any freebies you want to give out to your boy that potentially might have missed our text messaging thread by the grace of God somehow?
Well, the two plays that I'm on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Colts Seahawks game.
You don't like that over?
Wait, in what game?
Indy, I like the over in Indy, Seattle.
That's
the only bet I have for NFL.
I mean, the fact that you didn't bet the two plays I put on the spreadsheet is just.
Well, hold on. I should have said the only play that I feel that I am somewhat originating myself and not tailing somebody way smarter than me. Is that now I know that is more accurate. Is that more plausible for you?
Now that feels better. That feels like an old hoodie that you get into, at the end of the night when you're watching TV.
Brother, I mean, I basically have an app that whenever Keg sends me a line, it just auto bets. I don't know if it's reflex. I don't know if it's an actual app, but it just happens and it makes money. It's crazy.
What number did you bet?
49.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind the over there. But what do you think about the fact that 7 weeks ago, the Colts were a 3-point favorite, and now they're a 3-point dog? Now, the Rump Pure bets
tells me I don't want to have anything to do with that spread.
Rump Pure bets power ratings put up on the screen right now.
It's Colts or pass. Like, I don't care what the power ratings say. It's Colts or pass at that point. When the line's swayed 6 points, like
the power ratings say that this game should be a pick'em. So how
those power ratings get me stiff. Hold on. I got to screenshot these. I think you sent it to me in a snap, but
I did. I did. Before the world got them.
Bro, I've been drinking. Like I said, I've been drinking since 10:30 yesterday. I don't know what you expect from me over here.
But like, how are we not on the Colts +3? What happened in the last 7 weeks to move this line 6 points?
I have to feel like some of the line move came from some of the uncertainty of whether or not Carson Wentz was playing. And the fact that he's playing, I think, shores up a lot of that. So I do feel good about that.
Yeah, I was just looking at DraftKings.
Wentz is going to play, though, isn't he?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think some of the initial money came in on the fact that there was a relatively strong probability that he was not going to play. And when I mean relatively strong, I'm talking 30 to 50%. There was at least a realistic, outcome of where he just straight up didn't play. So I get that. But now that he is, and they're still getting +3.
Yeah. So Sean says Carson Wentz didn't play a series. Hilton went on IR. Yeah, I get the T.Y. Hilton thing. He's going to play, but he's playing hurt. Well, I mean, having COVID is not exactly playing hurt, right? I know he had the injury during OTAs, but here's
how much is T.Y. Hilton worth?
Here's the thing: even if you stretch your imagination to try to make this current line reasonable, you're still 2 points off. Like, maybe I can understand the Colts +1 at home, but there's nothing that you can sell me on the fact that they go from a 3-point favorite to a 3-point dog at home in the season opener
with not much changing at all.
Yeah, I mean that line just doesn't make sense at all. I'll give you a 4-point line move, maybe, even though I think that's a little ridiculous. But you can't sell me on the fact that they should be getting a field goal at home. I'm sorry.
So, where does money come in from Sunday, 8 a.m. East Coast time until kickoff on that game?
Say it again.
I say, where does the smart money come in late on NFL? Because I'll tell you what, it's one thing to see late money come in on the UFC. It's one thing to see late money come in on college football, but a late line move in the NFL scares me more than any other sport. And where does this line actually shake out? Because
I think the line's going to go sharp buyback off the initial move.
I tend to side with you, and so it's either you bet Indy while they're +3, or if you lose the half point or more by tomorrow, then you end up teasing them, whether it's on an open-ended 2-legger or whatnot. But
I think it's almost always late moves is almost always sharp buyback on the big move that came in on Wednesday.
I just trust the Indy defense so much more than the Seattle defense. It's actually really hard to articulate. And look, again, hand to God, of my 3 best sports, none of them are NFL. I do not pretend to be an NFL expert by any means, but that's at least the one bet I have is the over 49 in that. I think the Seattle defense is going to be dog water.
Well, I mean, look at the story of last year. I mean,
and the more I think about it, Keg, the more I tend to feel that I'm getting the much better defense. And if it's greasy late, yeah, we're obviously losing the quarterback, battle.
That team was one of the only teams last year defensively that went from like one of the worst through 9 weeks to one of the best the second half of the year. I mean, they literally flipped on a dime. So I don't know, will the real Seattle defense please stand up? Is it the team that was awful? Or is it the team that, once Adams got healthy, that secondary started looking a lot better, and they looked like a very different defense in the second half of the year?
I think that Seattle defense is a house of cards. Just waiting for one bad week or two in the middle of the season to really just derail that whole thing.
Yeah, because I was looking at DK just to see what they got for that game, and they got Indy at +2.5.
Keg, Colorado State's down to 6.
Colorado State's all the way down to 6
against Vandy. Oh my God.
I mean,
God, UNLV should cover 5 touchdowns against Arizona State.
The only bet I'm holding right now, Cola, is I took Larson live in terms of live bets. Yeah, I mean, he's running in 5th, 6th, but doesn't exactly look like the best car right now. So I haven't really made the power move yet because we still have 270 laps to go in this race.
Cola, what a sick puppy. What kind of Aussie bets does this guy have?
Cola might be the first subscriber to cash me a ticket at 8.5 to 1. Which would be awesome. Obviously, I'm the guy that cashes for everybody, not the subscribers cashing for me. But he made me bet Max Scherzer at plus 850 to win the NL Cy Young. And when he asked me to put a bet in for him, I also bet it at 8.5 to 1. And like I read an article this morning, top 6 baseball writers at Sports Illustrated, who wins the NL Cy Young. 4 of them say it's Scherzer's to lose. 2 of them said Bueller. I went to CBS Sports MLB. Who wins the NL Cy Young? Max Scherzer's to lose. Everybody thinks Max Scherzer right now, considering every category that he leads, is the guy to beat. And when I told Cola, I was like, if we get this home at 8.5 to 1, bro, this would be a great one. And he said, you'll enjoy the reference. I don't know the name of the guy in Kill Bill 2, but remember when Uma Thurman goes to train with the guy with the long white beard? Gav? Pai Mei? I think Gavin's gone.
He's muted.
This will be a great. I mean, Cola will win me a few thousand if Max Scherzer wins the Cy Young. So I would very much enjoy that. Look at Ross Chastain in 3rd, holding it down. Come on, Denny. We want those 1.7 units on the sheet. I just can't get on Denny at this current price. Like, I just can't do it. All right, Brandon. Dexter, Gavin gave out San Diego State. The only 2 bets I liked in college football today was Iowa plus the points and Kent State minus 17.5. Kent State crushed, and I'm not sure what ended up happening in the Iowa game.
The Iowa State game was 27-17 Iowa.
Fuck me. Okay. That's what I say, Zach the GOAT. Fuck me. Zach, what is your favorite NFL side or total tomorrow? Hit me with it, big boy.
It was interesting because I was kind of looking at the total for the Jets and the Panthers game, and it's sitting at 44.5. This is a tough one because you got Sam Darnold at home against his former team. You got a pretty much a revamped Carolina defense taking on a rookie quarterback on the road. I'm just trying to figure out where, I don't know. I feel like 44.5 is a tough one.
Denny is plus 200 right now to win this race.
Jeez.
Fucking A, man.
So what are your thoughts? Let me kind of get your thoughts first. What are your thoughts on the Jets-Panthers game with the line being
What's the current line?
Carolina's a 4-point favorite with the game total at 44.5.
Yeah, so my thoughts are my money isn't going to be anywhere near this game.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier in the week when the Jets were plus 5.5, I leaned towards them. But now I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm trying to just figure out what to do with this game total. That was one that I was looking at.
I mean, think about it, bro. Do you want to be anywhere near a total where a rookie quarterback in his first start and Sam Darnold are the quarterbacks? Like, why would you want to be anywhere near that game total?
That was just one of them that I was kind of looking through.
Just run away from that game in terms of the total with your life.
Yeah. The other one that I seen that I really liked was the Arizona Tennessee total, which is 53.5 is what I'm seeing. With Tennessee being a 3-point favorite. I mean, a 3-point favorite.
Broncos -3. Yeah, I tend to lean that way, Twig. I tend to lean that way. Do I want to bet it? Not really. I don't know what my I just want to see what my power ratings say that Denver game should be.
1.
Giants -4.
Broncos are the 1. So it should be -3.
That's 5. Giants home field is probably 2.5. So Broncos 2.5. That should be. Yeah, I guess that Broncos -2.5 is where I would have the line. Current line is 3.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a stay away from me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like week 1 is always there's always an angle to it, but it's always one of the tougher ones, especially with this off season.
Love the Colts +3. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Dexter. I think I'm close to putting that on the sheet. I haven't yet, but you can't sell me on a 6-point line move there. T.Y. Hilton, when he was great, was worth a half point to the line. This version of T.Y. Hilton is not worth a half point to the line. Wentz is starting. You can't sell me on a 6-point line move there. Mikey said you can't bet on Carson Wentz at quarterback. Yeah, I know he's out. I know that he's not playing. T.Y. Hilton. Mikey said you can't bet on Carson Wentz at QB. Well, that's the reason why I took the Titans to win the division. In theory, I agree with you totally. If you watch the NFL shows last year, I did nothing but shit on Carson Wentz. So I think the fact that he's the quarterback is the only reason why I haven't already bet the Colts +3.
What is your thoughts? Because this Arizona Tennessee game keeps like really catching my eye in like 100 different ways. Because the spread is at 3 and the total is at like 54.
What game?
Arizona, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I lean the Cardinals plus the points. Not enough for me to bet it though.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do this year is actually the playoffs just ruined me. Last year I was up 54 units after week 17. 165 plus 54 units.
Mm-hmm.
And then I dropped about 20 units in the playoffs. They just destroyed me. I couldn't do anything right in the playoffs. So my goal is to carry the momentum of the regular season into the playoffs this year because I got crushed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott's got a really good whip on the long run. Do we think the Packers cover? I think the Packers win, and they probably cover. I mean, that line's what, 4.5 now because they're on a neutral field. Saints
No, it's actually 3.5 on DK.
3.5.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that seems off to me because it's a neutral field, and the Saints are one of the few teams where their home field advantage is actually worth a full 3 points. So that line seems off to me. But what kept me off the Packers is Aaron Rodgers is an average quarterback with basically a 500 record on the road. And Winston is going to keep the Saints live in a lot of games this year because he can move the ball. I don't think that the Saints have weapons anywhere near like they have in years past. But would it shock me to see Winston keep this team hanging around? It wouldn't shock me when you consider how average Rodgers is on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
my question is,
the other factor why I didn't back the Packers was Bakhtiari out for the year. I want to see if Jenkins can handle the blind side for Aaron Rodgers before I start betting money on the Packers because that's huge. I mean, losing somebody like Bakhtiari at tackle, it's hard to overstate that. So I want to see if Jenkins can hold it down. If he can, the offense is basically the same, except Randall Cobb is coming in. And I think the defense returned, 10 starters this year? Saints win outright, book it. Now, that's interesting. That's an interesting take because the Saints under Drew Brees started 0-2 almost every season, 2-2 after 4 games. They just could never get out of the gate the right way with Brees at quarterback. Now that could change. because Winston's there now. But historically, the Saints are a really slow starter in September.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game that I would love to kind of watch the first half and then live bet it heading into the second half. Just to kind of get a feel of what's the game flow and what is Winston really doing. How's he really approaching this game and how is he playing?
Offensive line issues for the Packers. Yeah, the Bakhtiari loss is huge. That's why I said I have to see if Jenkins can hold it down before I start running to bet the Packers.
And maybe that'll be a look that you could take heading into the second half.
Houston only had 3 interceptions all last year, so Lawrence not throwing a touchdown is a good prop. Lawrence not throwing a touchdown?
I think he means not throwing an interception. I would hope so. But if he's not throwing a touchdown, then screw that game. I don't even want to watch it. I don't want anything to deal with it.
All right, Rob, I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Alabama quarterback for the Heisman. Yeah, I hit him at 7.5 to 1 as soon as the game was over in week 1. Yeah, I think that Bryce Young, based on what I've seen so far, love it at 7.5 to 1. I don't know what it currently is at, but I grabbed 7.5 to 1 as soon as that game was over against Miami. Rattler threw 5 touchdowns in the first half today. Rattler threw 5 touchdowns in the first half today. Yeah, but I mean, what does that mean against Western Carolina? That doesn't.
Yeah, that doesn't mean jack shit. He struggled against Tulane, who is better than Western Carolina.
Go ahead, Denny. Battle back, Denny. Fuck yeah.
The Bears team total 17.5. First that Ram defense. Yikes.
The race is on NBC Sports Network, Brandon.
So what I see right now is that Bryce Young is a plus 400 favorite to win the Heisman.
Is that what he is right now? 4 to 1?
Yep, 4 to 1 on DK.
Yeah, so I think the value's gone because before that Miami game, he was 9 to 1. I know Tyler grabbed him at 9 to 1 like 2 weeks before the year started.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I saw him play, I grabbed him at 7.5 to 1. I don't think there's really value on Young anymore at 4 to 1.
And then Spencer Rattler and Matt Corral are both 8-1 on GK to win the Heisman.
Adam, I don't know. I mean, he's been in the top 6 all night. He's not exactly where I thought he would be when I bet him. So maybe I would hold off a little bit right now. It looks like Denny, Chase, and Kyle Busch have the best cars on the track right now. Oh, wow. Look at Elliott's team just completely shitting the bed on the pit stop. You hate to see it. Yeah,
I
absolutely hate to see it.
I saw the end of that one.
And he still got out right behind Hamlin. Jesus Christ. Oh, Elliott's a lap down now. Oh, you hate to see it. Fuck you, Chase. And you know what, Adam? I mean, he's 9-1 now, Adam. So you could hold off a little bit anyway. You know what I mean? I got him at 5-1, I think. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Truex running 1, 2, 3 now. That's about right to me. I thought Joe Gibbs was the overwhelming favorite to win this race tonight. So that's about that for my money. That's about right. That's why we're on him. Elliott's going to get back on the lead lap though because he's the first car a lap down. And he's about the pace. He's going to pass Hamlin right now to get back on the lead lap. Elliott's got a really good car. Really, really, really good car. I mean, he's probably second choice to win this race right now. Last car on the lead lap halfway through the race, and he's still probably second choice to win the race. I'm on Kyle Busch at 14-1. I like that. I like that. I like that, Airwado. I think he's live. I think that Denny and Truex and Elliott have better cars than him probably right now. But I mean, 14-1, bro. You just bet it and you keep it moving. I'm seeing Kyle at about 8-1 right now. So that's a good bet. I like that bet. How many people in the YouTube chat right now weren't betting on NASCAR until they met me? 57 people right now watching. I'm going to say at least half. Oh, let's go, boy. This is what I'm talking about. This is the love right here.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking awesome. How about that? How about that? Now you're watching a sport that you never in your whole life thought that you would enjoy betting, right? Or even watching. And I bet you guys that you're making more money betting on NASCAR than any other sport that you bet, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's the essence of what we do. I love that shit. I love that shit. I'm right there with you. Until I figured it out about 8 years ago, I never watched a fucking NASCAR race in my life. Until the market was soft like mashed potatoes. And then I started watching all the time. Now it's getting tighter. I know that we made more units this year than the last 3 so far by about 30. But it's getting tighter to make money. The books are catching on to us, boys. The books are catching on to us. But you know what? We're clappers in 2021. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I love about this YouTube chat. And that's what I love about this relationship. I love Air Watto taking Kyle Busch at 14-1. I think that's a great fucking bet, and I'm a little jealous that I don't have that ticket in my pocket. So how about that? I'm a little jealous because I like that bet a lot right now. That's a great job by our guy Air Watto. Great job. You know what though? You know what, Watto? Whether it wins or it loses, it was a great bet. That's all you have to keep in the back of your mind. It was a great bet no matter what the fuck happens. Anderson Silva just knocked out Tito. I didn't even know that was happening. Fuck. Oh, there's my guy. Fuck, the one and only Twate Latte. Everybody thank Twatty for the 2 winners he gave out on the Thursday show. Twatty will be back with us next Thursday. I was going to bet NASCAR today, but I decided to sandblast the deck that he doesn't even have. I mean, like, he literally doesn't even have a deck. He doesn't even have one. He's lying to you right now. I'll tell you what, Twatty, right now, I'm not feeling like I'm going to hit a 7.5-1 shot tonight. So far, I do not feel that way, Twatty. Last Sunday was great, but I'm not feeling it tonight. Denny is plus 120 right now to win this race. For fuck's sake. Our Toyota bet is looking good, though, on the spreadsheet at plus 170.
I completely forgot how long Richmond is in terms of how many laps there is
Why
for a short track.
Why don't you settle down over there to go? What NFL bets have you made so far, Zach?
I told you on that I want to make sure I get this right.
The 2 plays on the spreadsheet?
Yes. That one, and then I did a I'm just doing this just because I feel like Carolina can win this by a touchdown, but I took Carolina -5, and I feel like I got a bad number.
Okay.
So I might try to re-hit it tomorrow right before the game starts. If it goes down to 3.
What else you got so far?
That's pretty much it. Outside of NFL, all the other stuff is pretty much college. I got Colorado State. I got Colorado State -7 versus Vandy. I took a risk, but this is also because I don't really trust Stanford this year as much. But I took Southern Cal -17 against Stanford tonight. And then the other ones I just took I took Southern Cal's team total over 35 for the game. And then I just took a small sprinkle on the first half, Colorado State -3.5. Just because I know how bad Vandy is.
One thing Chase Elliott can improve on is changing his lines. He gets stuck on the line sometimes and will not move. And here Denny Hamlin is jumping on the outside.
So that's kind of what I'm on for tonight. Tomorrow I'll probably have a couple other plays in the back of my pocket, but I'm still waiting.
Twatty said I nailed that UAB bet. Yeah, that was a good look, Twatty. The only thing I bet was Kent State minus the points. And I liked Iowa plus the points, but I never bet it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I second guessed myself on that damn Ohio State team. But that was an L.
Wow, look at this. These two are fighting. One guy's a lap behind, one guy's leading the race. I almost want to take a shot on Elliott at like 15-1. He's got such.
He's gonna be on the lead lap once. If he's gonna be the last car on the lead lap, he's gonna be in great position heading into stage 3.
Elliott's got such a good car, but the problem is exactly what Zach said. He's a lap down. I almost want to throw money because he's going to get the lucky dog. And he's going to be the first guy a lap down. which is going to get him back on the lead lap. And he's 15-1. He won't be a lap down at the end of the next stage, though, because he'll get the lucky dog. He's the first car a lap down, I think. Isn't he? I think he's the first car a lap down.
Well, Water, here's the thing. I think that Elliott, based off of what I've seen so far, has the second fastest car. And he's only a lap down.
He's saying that Austin Dillon's right ahead of him right now. How many laps? 16 laps to go. Yeah. Airwato brings up a good point. Chances are he probably gets by Austin Dillon in the next 15 laps, which would give Dillon the lucky dog, and Chase would still be a lap down to start stage 3. So that's true, Airwato. Fair.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Austin Dillon was ahead of him.
Fair. Arizona and Toyota's running 1, 2, 3 to the surprise of absolutely fucking nobody on the planet.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like Toyotas always do well on short tracks.
You feel that way because it's the truth.
Especially Denny Hamlin. I mean, I've seen Denny Hamlin race since he was a rookie, and he's always dominated, at least dominated most of these short tracks, if not all of them.
Busch and Truex are both strong. Yeah, definitely. I said all 4 cars could win the race today. I said that.
Man, Texas is just getting their ass handed to by Arkansas.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Brandon. I mean, I just saw that score. I was like, this is a joke, right? I mean, all that talk to get Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC, they're going to learn the hard way quick. Because Big 12 football is more about being in a shootout compared to the SEC, which based off of you better have a really damn good defense. I think Elliott gets by Austin Dillon here in the next couple of laps here.
So Denny's about to put Willie B down a lap too, I think.
Yeah, and Chase Elliott's literally on Austin Dillon's rear end.
Wow, man. I mean, right now it looks like that Toyota plus 170 was the nuts. The stone cold nuts. And Kyle Busch is only a second and a half back, and Truex is under 2 seconds back. I mean, like any all these Toyotas can win this race. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
We need Denny to get past Byron, and that's going to put Chase not in the position to get the lucky dog, but it's going to be close. Can Chase pass Byron with 4 laps to go in this stage? I'm going to say probably not.
It's going to be really, really close.
Maybe he might be able to. I'm telling you right now, bro, if Elliott gets back on the lead lap, he's fucking live with that 3rd stage to go. He's live.
Yeah.
He got by him. He got by him with 3 to go. And there's going to be what? How many cars are going to be on the lead lap, boys?
It's going to be 13. Based off what I'm seeing on the leaderboard. And that includes Elliott.
12 on the lead lap. Elliott's going to be in play. I'm taking him at 15-1, just to let everybody know. I'm taking him at 15-1 because I think how many laps do we have to go in this race? 170. Yeah, I'm taking him. I'm taking him at 15-1. Just so everybody knows, I'm taking him.
He's gonna fly through that field too quick.
I have to take him because those odds are wrong. That car's too good. 25-1 on FanDuel, Diego. There it is.
I'll be right.
Now that he's back on the lead lap, he's got a top 3 car. We know that. We know that for sure. He's a top 3 car. Is he going to win the race? I don't know. Is he going to win the race? I don't know. Should he be 25-1 on the lead lap? No fucking chance. Airwado said it perfectly. Chase is going to be on the lead lap, not what I want to see. 100% accurate. My guy Airwado, just learning the fucking ins and outs, boys. It's going to be tough to pass all the Gibbs cars, but 15-1 have to take it. I agree, Jim. I agree. But you know what? 170 laps is a long time, even at Richmond. If the car is good enough, he's got plenty of time to do it. Now the car might not be good enough, and that's a different story. But if the car is good enough, he's got plenty of time to do it. That's all you can ask for. Getting a car at 25-1, that's clearly a top 3 or 4 car. He's on the lead lap now. That's all we needed, really. You got the Wilson rookie, Keg. Let's fucking go. So now, Joey, let me ask you a question. Did I only get one card for the 165? I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't even know what I just paid for. But you said that we got a chance to make money. So I don't even know what I just paid for, and I don't even care because it's only $165. But like, you tell me, you know way more about this than I do. I'll sell that shit tonight for a profit. You know what I mean? Joey's going to be my sports card agent. He's going to take care of it all. Larson in the fourth row. Here we go. Well, we got Larson. We got a little piece of Larson. We got a little piece of Larson.
What's up?
Cheese said, oh, you profited? On what, Cheese? I don't know if I profited. I don't even know what I just bought. I think I just bought one card. I don't know. Joey will tell me in the morning. I don't have a fucking clue. Holyfield versus Vitor next, Keg. I mean, listen. Oh, is that our soccer guy? D?
Yep.
Fuck D. D, you want to come hang out, bro? Cheese, what do you mean I did? What are you talking about, Cheese? I don't even know what's happening. Can I go on record by saying I have no idea about what Joey's talking about at all. I needed a piece, though. I had to get in on it. I needed a piece, but I still have no idea what I got in on the piece. You understand? Viral. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. I don't even know what this means. Are you telling me that the announcers for the Vitor Holyfield fight are Jorge Masvidal and Donald Trump? Is that what you're telling me?
I think so.
Is that what you're telling me right now? Because I might have to shut the race off. No, I gotta. Yeah, bro, mind blowing. All right, first of all, what channel is this on? Let's start there. Where can I find this? Joey said, Keg, you make like 1K on the break? Wait, what? What did Joey just make? Joey just said, "Send me $1.65, and I'm gonna make you money." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna tip you. Send me some edibles." I don't even know what just happened. I can't. I hope that Joey comes on the show tonight later to explain to me what just happened. Because I have no idea what so did I win like a card, a digital card? Did I only get one card? I don't know. But you know what, Joe? Way to look out for the team, Joe. I don't even know what happened, but let's go. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, all Toyota, all Hendricks. I mean, you can't make it up. Like, is there anybody that told you what was going to happen? Or did somebody tell you what was going to happen? Go ahead, Joe Gibbs. And we got Elliott in the background churning towards the front. Let's have a day. Why not us today?
Yeah, Hammond pretty much just took off.
And we got Alex Bowman sitting in 7th. We got a shot to get the top Chevy in at plus 475. Just another fucking day. Oh, Bubba. I mean, just the worst NASCAR driver in the fucking history of NASCAR. Just the worst. And Nolan said, Bubba Wallace, here we go. I mean, Nolan, just the worst NASCAR driver in history, bro. Like in the history of racing. I swear to God, we could put anybody in the fucking YouTube chat in the 23 car and they would be better. Anybody in the YouTube chat. Ronnie Lofton is better than Bubba. Ronnie Lofton's beautiful wife of 43 years of marriage is better than Bubba Wallace. Okay? I mean, it's just the fucking worst you ever saw. Y2J said no. Anthony Alfredo sauce is the worst. Bubba is the second worst. All right, maybe.
He makes a great point.
But you know what, though? It never seems like Anthony Alfredo is trying to stick it in us. Bubba is always trying to stick it right up our ass. Always.
Mm.
You know why? Because like Anthony Alfredo is so bad that if he's gonna fuck you, it's gonna be like in the first 40 laps where it really doesn't even matter, right? But Bubba is just good enough that he's gonna fuck you at the worst possible time to be fucked.
Easy.
Is Jamie Foxx still doing BetMGM commercials? I mean, what are we doing? Look at Liberty up 21-7. Man, should have been up.
It was like 14-7 for most of the game, too.
Should have been on Liberty.
The game I'm interested in seeing is what are they going to do to the both off the spread versus Ole Miss and the game total for that game against Ole Miss. With Chiefs coming back to Ole Miss. I don't know.
So apparently I own a Zach Wilson card now that's like worth money. Imagine if he goes out tomorrow and has a day. Like, what happens if Zach Wilson goes out tomorrow and has himself a fucking day? Like, is that card going to be worth more money? I still don't. I'm still not entirely sure what I own. Joey will tell me. Still not sure. I think it's only one card. Go ahead, Chris Bell. Go ahead, Chris Bell. Chris Bell to the moon. Oh, now Adam. That's hurtful. And D, that's also hurtful, D. I mean, just a bunch of hurtful messages. I'm so hurt right now. I mean, just a couple guys. Just a couple guys just trying to just shit right in my cornflakes. Oh, wait a minute now. Keg, you killed it with Joey's cars. About 40 pieces you scooped? What? Dude,
I get Joey on here to explain this.
Listen, I'm going on record right now. I feel so ignorant right now to the fact that I don't have a clue what happened with Joey. I don't have a clue. You know what, Pinnacle Funding? I appreciate you, bro. Tell me how we did. How much money did we rake in tonight? It could be the best 165 I ever spent in my life. I paid that for hibachi for a dinner when we crushed NASCAR. I don't even know what happened. You tell me how much money I made. Y2J, I don't know. I don't know. Truex is coming, Johnny. Truex is coming with the fucking thunder. He is coming. He is coming right now like no other car has ever come. You know what the problem is? The problem with these Gibbs cars are they're so evenly matched. It's really hard to know who's got the better whip because it looks like Truex might have the best car in turns 3 and 4, but Denny's got the best car in turns 1 and 2. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw some money on Marty at 3-1 right now. We're gonna do that. Yep. I threw a little bit of money on Marty at 3.5-1. Nothing greedy. Just a little bit. Go run them down, Marty. Go run them down for me. Run them down for me, Marty. We already got Toyota plus 170. We already got Larson in 5th. Go run them down for me, Marty. I'm so excited right now. Let me tell you how excited I am, Zach.
Yeah.
You remember when you were like a kid and like Christmas morning came and like you were really excited because you had no idea what Santa Claus was going to bring you?
Yeah.
I feel that way right now because I don't know what Santa Claus brought me, but Joey is Santa Claus right now. Joey is Santa Claus right now. And I don't know what Santa Claus brought me.
Yeah. I mean, you never know what Joey's up to behind the scenes.
I mean, Joey is just the truth.
Yeah.
He's just the truth. But I don't know what Santa Claus brought me, but I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll be like, Joe, what did you do?
Viper said he brought you a bag. I mean, listen, Eric, don't get my dick hard, all right? I'm like right now I got a half chub. All right? Don't get me going. I'm half chubbed out right now. Wow, we made that Martin Truex move like literally at the perfect time. He's plus 150 now. That's why you have to watch these shows. Don't get me excited, Viper, okay? My guy, one of my Vipers on the top 10 list. Don't get me fucking amped up. Because I'm chubbing out right now. I don't know what I won. It's like scratching a scratch off and you see the first number and you're like, okay, that's what I want to see. and then you scratch off the second number, and you're like, all right, here we go. And then you scratch off the third number, and it says like winner, but then you got to scratch the top part off to see what you won, right?
Yep.
So then like you slow roll it when you're scratching it off, like you're squeezing cards. You know what I mean? Like you're squeezing it, where you know you have a monster. You know you have a monster, but you're squeezing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joey's gonna come and tell me like what we won. Jay, Kyle Busch plus 1,200 on FanDuel, not a bad hedge. Yeah. By the way, Marty's gone. He's got a 1.5 second lead already on Denny. Can't we just keep this green? Dude, not for nothing. If Toyota finishes 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean, top Toyota was the fucking nuts. Just the pure nuts. All right, Marty minus 125 now. Plus 125 on Bet365. Now you're going to start to see lines like Denny plus a couple hundred. I'm not on, full transparency, I'm not on Denny. The only two drivers I bet to win the race are Marty and Larson. That's it. Oh, actually, I threw a little bit of money on Chase Elliott. Full transparency. We'll see. Based on lap times, I think that Kyle passes Denny soon. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not against hopping on Kyle, because I only took a couple drivers, and I can get Kyle at 12-1 right now at that 365. So believe me, you know me. I'll get on whoever I need to get on to pull a profit. You know how I do. Right now, I'm like, why didn't I throw more money on Marty? That's where I am in my brain right now. Larson is 20-1. Yeah, Diego. Yeah, he is. He's also wait. So Kyle Busch right now is slowly ticking fractions off the lead. He's 1.9 seconds behind Marty right now. Denny is about 1.5 seconds back. Bell fourth, right? And Kyle Larson is about 5 seconds back right now. I don't think Kyle Larson's gonna win, full transparency. So Diego, I would say probably don't get on him. I would start turning your attention towards Truex and Kyle Busch is what I'm seeing right now. Right now, Marty's got the nuts right now. He's got the best car on the track by a mile. Because Gibbs has the best cars going, which is what we knew would happen, which is why we're on top Toyota plus 170. But of the cars, Truex looks strong right now. Bush is plus 200 on DK, plus 1,200 on FanDuel. Yeah, he's like 11-1 on Bet365. You know what though? Like he's going backwards now. He was 1.9 seconds behind the leader. Now he's 2.3. So that was lap traffic. That wasn't Truex. That wasn't Truex slowing down. That was Truex being in lap traffic. But boys, 112 laps is an eternity. Like I almost wanted. I bet Truex for a decent amount, but I almost you almost want to drop the hammer, but you can't because there's 110 laps to go. Like you literally can't drop the hammer. Just way too much time. Chase is sneaking up 12th to 8th. Yeah, I mean, I got a piece of Chase at 15-1, Diego. You can get him at 20-1 right now. He's got a top 5 car. I think Chase Elliott has the best car in the race. That's not a Joe Gibbs car. So I think he's got a top 5 car. Now, can he pass all 4 Gibbs cars? I don't know. I don't think you could. I don't think you could bet all. I think the odds are bad that he passes all 4 Gibbs cars because of how strong they are. I like where we're sitting. I like where we're sitting right now. I'll tell you that. We're still looking to pick up almost 4 units on the race if it ends like it is right now. And Viper told me I got a bag. So, I mean, there's that too. You know what I mean? Zach, you ever get a bag before, bro?
I might get some under the. I might have some people give me some under the table. I'm not gonna say.
Vitor by KO first round. Wow, Johnny. I didn't even put it on, bro. I'm concentrating on making this money right now. I didn't even put it on. Did you take Chase Elliott, Keg? Yeah, I took him for a piece in the high teens. I did. I did because his car was so good that it shouldn't have been in that 15 to 20-1 range. It was only because he was a lap down. So once he got back on the lead lap, I thought you had to put a little money on him. I think he's got the best car right now that's not a Gibbs car. But I did take a little piece of Larson which I don't feel great about right now. Joey sent me a message that said, bro, send me that 165 tomorrow. You killed it on the cards. Got you that Wilson rookie. I said, Joey, I love you for it, but I still don't know what you did. But the money will be there tomorrow. So we killed it, boys. Let's go. You know what? Everybody, we're clappers in 2021, boys. Put it on the board. Let's put it on the board. Everybody clap for Keg killing it in the card comp, whatever just happened with Joey.
Yes, Joey.
We're clappers. I don't know what happened, but we're Zach, are you clapping, bitch?
Yes, I was clapping.
I don't hear it. I mean, come on, bro. Like, put your heart into it, you cunt. Come on. We're clappers here. Ah, boy. We're clappers. I think Marty has the best car. I agree, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marty has the best car, too. Did Kyle Busch pit yet? Why is he in the lead? Did he not pit yet?
He had a wicked fast pit stop. I think.
Yeah, Kyle. Oh, so he got out first?
Yeah.
Was that a full pit stop he got out on?
I don't know. They kept focusing on Truex.
How did Truex drop? How did Truex lose 2 seconds on pit road to Kyle? How did that happen? Anybody want to clue me in as to what the fuck happened?
I guess based on what the chat's saying, it looks like that Truex had a really bad pit stop.
mentioned that the 18-man came a lap before Truex, but also when you look at this right here, I think it's more than just fresh tires, Jim. Drivers pretty close. Kyle looked like they were out of the pit stop. 2 seconds faster from the pit crew out of the
2 seconds faster on pit road, and he came a lap before. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Marty's got some work to do. Marty's still your odds-on favorite, though, to win the race.
You still got
Yeah, go. All right, so he just took second away from Ross Chastain. Go, come on, Marty. Go catch him, big boy. Go get him. Truex on pit road is a problem. Yeah, I mean, that's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to hear, Jimmy. Kyle Busch is also a motherfucker to pass, man. Be a driver, Marty. Be a driver. Don't make me have to drop a fucking mega nut on Kyle Busch.
Just like Alcor Water lets you personalize your finance. You can customize your down payment and monthly payment in a matter of minutes for some truly dazzling results. Financing has never felt so fabulous. Elimination personal.
yes, Brandon. Oklahoma's really up 76-0.
You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series Federated Auto Parts.
San Diego State rolling. Let's go. That's what we want to see for Gavin, boys.
Another touchdown for San Diego State. Keep moving those chins, Colorado State, please.
Right now, it looks like my guy Air Watto sitting in the driver's seat at 14-1, and I love the fact that I got him betting NASCAR. Honestly, I'm gonna be okay if Kyle Busch wins. So I'm kind of rooting Air Watto in here at 14-1. I'm gonna be honest. No matter what bets I have, I mean, if Toyota wins, I'm gonna make money on the night regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of rooting. I'm not gonna lie, kind of rooting for my guy Air Watto here. I think that it's almost impossible that there's not going to be a caution at some point with 70 laps to go.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think it's almost impossible. There's no way this is going to run green for 100 laps, 120 laps. I don't see it. Ghost said, screw Air Watto. I've got my own tickets to cash. You know what, Ghost? Fair point. Ghost, are you a subscriber? No, I'm poor. I mean, come on, Ghost. If you would have been a subscriber, I already gave you the nuts. Toyota wins the race at plus 170. I mean, it's a fucking lock. Joe Gibbs running 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you know what? It's time. I mean, Ghost. I can't accept this. I can't accept this as an answer. You have been hanging out with me on NASCAR shows for 5 months, and I'm up 130 units. So that means if you bet $100, on every bet I made this year, you're up $13,000 betting NASCAR. So you're telling me that you don't have the 60 a month? If you bet $50, you're up 6,500. If you bet $25, you're up 3,250. What do you mean? It's $60. I mean, what else do I have to do to get people to sign up at this joint?
And a block punt for San Diego State touchdown. Keg, we got another touchdown for San Diego State.
Yeah, I mean, of course we did. That's what we do here. 4 for 4 on NFL props in the first week. There are people selling their NFL package for $3,500 for the whole year. Imagine that, Goat.
That's ridiculous.
Imagine people selling their NFL package for $3,500 a year, and it costs you $60 a month to tail me in the NFL. Imagine that.
And then on top of that, you also get MMA, MLB, NBA during NBA season, soccer, all the whole nine.
Here comes Marty. Here comes Marty with that long run speed. Let's go, Marty. One time for the boys. Let's make this a $1,000 night. $1,000 night. Come on, Marty.
Come on, Marty. Be a damn driver.
I like the move, Marty. I like the move into the pits early before Kyle Busch here. I like this move a lot. I like this move. If Kyle Busch doesn't come in on the next lap, he's fucking cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came in the very next lap. Come on, Marty for the boys.
Great picked up. Great picked up.
Come on, Marty for the boys.
Why didn't you do it for Fred?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You know what, Zach the Goat? When you're fucking right, you're right. One time for the boys. For Marty Truex Jr. One time for the boys. Let's go. I don't know if you guys know this, Fred, a huge Martin Truex Jr. guy. Really, really, really big Martin Truex Jr. guy. I don't know if you guys know that. I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying that I'm happy about it. I'm just saying that Freddie, his favorite driver, Martin Truex Jr. from New Jersey. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Wait a minute, Corey. First of all, Jersey, there's only one fucking thing I want to hear from you. Wait a minute, Corey, I'm a Kyle guy through and through. We're talking about Fred. Don't you see? I mean, Jersey, come on, bro. Fred's a different color than I am. Don't you see me next to my guy, Fred? I'm a big Kyle Busch guy. But my guy, Fred, in the middle, huge Martin Truex Jr. guy. Favorite driver. Absolutely loves him. Absolutely loves him. Now, personally, I'm a big Kyle Busch guy. So it's unfortunate for me. But all I'm worried about is Fred. You know what I mean? So my guy Corey H, for people that don't know, is one of the original 5 people that started watching my Sports Keg shows 4 years ago. Like, he is like one of the original. All I want to know, Corey, is you promised me you were going to be back for football season. Football season basically starts tomorrow, and I don't see your sexy ass in the Discord. So are you here or are you not here? Like, are you back or are you not back? That's what I want to know. Brandon, Cola, why are you not on the show yet? Like, I mean, what do you want, my blood? Why are you not on the show yet? Oh, you love to see Marty at minus 200. Jay, I'm hemorrhaging. What does that mean? Like, are you going to the hospital? What does that mean? What does that mean? Corey, you see that right there, Corey? Keg Live, Sunday Sack Exchange, every snap, every game, all season. It's going to be your boy, Kegger. On top of that, I'm doing every Monday night, every Thursday night live show. It might be me alone sometimes. Sometimes it'll be just me and Tyler. It's going to be me and Tyler tomorrow all day. Holden is going to come do the Thursday night shows with me. The people spoke. They wanted the show every day. I'm going to be live for every single NFL game this year. But after tomorrow, the Sunday show, at the very least, is going to go behind the paywall. So, like, Jersey, like, you better fucking be here. That's all I'm going to say about that. you had me at hello. That's what I'm talking about, Corey. You know if there are two people that you want to watch on an NFL live betting show, it's me and Tyler for fucking 12 hours on a Sunday assaulting that slate. Let me ask you a question. How many people out there currently on the internet? I think I got to get on Denny Hamlin here with 38 laps to go because he's cutting.
He's cutting time slowly.
Settle the fuck down over there, goat. Denny Hamlin is cutting time off every lap right now. He's 6.1 with 37 to go. Can anybody have a better price right now? Denny plus 175. Is he gonna catch him in 37 laps? That's gonna 3 to win 9, 6 to win 9. All right, so I just took Denny. I just took Denny for a nut at plus 175 to back myself up here because Denny is flying. That's going on there at plus 175. Denny Hamlin plus 175 at everyone. Denny is flying right now. I set myself up where I'm going to make money. If Denny or Truex win the race, I'm going to make money. Lots of left traffic in front of Denny, though. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Denny is stalling out a bit now. I agree. But you know what though? If Denny somehow catches a caution here with 29 to go, you're going to be happy that you grabbed a piece of him. I'll tell you that. I think it's a backup. I think it's a backup because if there is a caution, Denny is faster than Truex right now. The problem is he going to catch him in 28 laps? Probably not. Probably not. But if there is a caution, Hamlin's going to win this race. So I think you have to back yourself up a little bit. And I did that. I backed myself up a little bit. Denny is the fastest car on the racetrack right now, boys. Exactly what we were just talking about. So we got to hope for no caution. We got to hope for no caution because Denny, fastest car on the racetrack right now. $20 to go. What's up, Cola?
What's up, guys?
What's up, sweetheart? How you doing?
Oh, I'm treading water up a current right now.
What are you on right now in this race?
My site has been down the whole race.
The entire race?
Yeah, so you guys, good news for you guys. I'm not done anything.
So you couldn't
Well,
get
I'm
in?
on top Toyota. I'm on Toyota to win the race. That's all.
Congratulations, cash it.
Not so fast, my friend.
I mean,
I need that one.
They're running 1, 2, 3 right now at plus 170 with 19 laps to go.
I'll watch the end. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh boy. How'd you do in college football today, Brent?
Not so great. I think I was up like 5 units last week and might be down that much today. Not over yet, but I got a pretty lucky hook win just now. That's going to go a long way. Arkansas State plus 5.5, kicking down the back door on Memphis
Okay.
with 30 seconds left. You love to see it.
Did you bet anything late? Anything late you like?
I'm on USC's quarterback over 2.5 touchdowns, and their receiver over 7.5 catches. London. And I'm on the Mets.
$14 to go for Marty at 3.5 to 1. Hamlin 4.5 seconds back.
Oh, wow. There we go, Jay. I had the Dodgers -0.5, first 5. 2 outs, nobody on. Walk the pitcher, 3-run homer.
Love to see it.
How is Bueller doing right now?
He gave up a 2-run homer to Tatis.
What inning?
He's up 5-2 in the 5th. He's through 5. He doesn't have a lot of strikeouts, though.
All right.
Just like an average start so far. All right, yeah, we're good. We're here. Who am I rooting for? Truex?
Yeah, I mean, I backed myself up with Hamlin because he's got the fastest car on the track. But I'll be honest, whoever wins, whether it's Marty or Hamlin, I'm gonna win the same amount. In addition to, we'll get the top Toyota home at plus 170.
Is Bell Toyota?
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm in the same spot.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, is he gonna? Yeah. So what's gonna happen, basically, Cole, is as long as Truex or Hamlin wins, I'll pick up 3K on the race.
It's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, when you bet as much as I do, nah. But yeah. I mean, what am I gonna do, Cole, and not take the 3K?
I mean, you could have been me an hour ago. Got the 4-screen ESPN Plus multicast up. Not covering a single game. that was quite a feeling.
I mean, we'll take the 3K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, and
It's all relative.
We'll keep it moving into tomorrow. Now, let me ask you a question: is there a better value on the internet right now than paying $60 a month for me to watch me live bet the NFL?
It's a no-brainer.
It's definitely not a no-brainer.
Wait until you see the props that I give the one and only Brandon Cola when Max Scherzer takes down this fucking NL Cy Young. It's going to feel like I gave you the best hand job you've had in 3 years when Max Scherzer takes down this.
Well, did you see our guy Corbin Burns out there doing his best to fuck us today?
No, Cola. I don't. First of all, Cola, nobody ever told me anything about Corbin Burns. That was with somebody else.
Oh man,
You better
gotta love
fucking hope for this friendship that Max Scherzer wins the National League Cy Young. That's all I'm going to say about that.
better hope this race stays green for the next 4 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind the 3K. You know what I mean? Just give me the 3K and get me to tomorrow.
So is this bad for our Larson stuff that he's not even close?
Well, no, I mean, this is the playoffs, right? And he's sitting 6th, so we're perfectly fine.
So how many seconds behind you are? It doesn't matter. It's just your
it's
placement.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you just pretty much have to survive and move on.
Yeah, Brandon, I think us hitting the Larson top 3 is all but guaranteed. Now, is he going to win it all? That's hard to say. But I think we're going to make money, though, because I think he'll be in the top 3. 1 lap to go, Marty. Take me home, big boy. Take me home.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom, daddy boo. Cash that top Toyota plus 170. Cash that Marty T at plus 350. And away we go into tomorrow, boys. And we'll do it all over again tomorrow. You'll love to see it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Bucky, we'll put it on the board, Bucky. We'll do that. Put it on the board, Toyota plus 170. Put it on the board, Truex plus 350. Everybody, glad I can help you out. Somewhere, though, there's a guy that thinks I'm the biggest asshole in the world for giving him a loser in tennis last night. I mean, can you imagine, Brandon?
Yeah, I went at it with that guy a while ago.
Like, who says stick to hitting the plus 700s and stay away from the minus 110s? Like, it's easy to hit a plus 700. I just make it look like it's easy. It's not fucking easy.
You heard the last thing he said, though, right, Jay?
No, I have no fucking idea what he said.
You want me to give you the quote?
Sure. Give me the quote.
I just cash. That's all I do.
God bless him.
What a legend.
He's a legend.
I mean, how much are we paying this guy a month?
Corey said, tennis, stay in your lane, Jay. Now that's not nice, Jersey. No, that's not nice. All right, so it's a winning night. You love to see it. Any college football you like late, Cola?
That hasn't started yet? No.
Or currently going on?
You don't have live player props for college football, do you?
No.
No. But with all the NIL stuff, I wouldn't be surprised that it comes out sooner than later.
Yeah. I'm going to look toward NFL tomorrow shortly. I had like no plays this morning, and I had like 10 at the 7 Eastern slot.
I can't wait for tomorrow, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait to look at the Twitter TL tonight and see every single guy saying that Michigan was the freest money of all time.
We're gonna have some fun. What are you doing tomorrow, Cole? Like, I hope the schedule was cleared.
I'm gonna watch the morning games with a friend, but I should be back for the afternoon and night games.
I mean, I'm the only friend you should be watching NFL games with. Like, what are we even doing? What are we even talking about right now?
Yeah, you drive a hard bargain.
I mean, this guy, you're in the inner circle, Cola. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you're not going to be fucking here for the slate? Like, what are we even talking about right now? Well, the good news, Brandon, is I'll be live from the opening snap until the final whistle on Sunday Night Football. So there's plenty of time to come and hang out with me.
Yeah, I'll definitely be locked in for the night game.
How about Gavin giving out the fucking San Diego State and then just leaving?
How about Gavin? Yeah, not saying a word.
It just ghosted us. But you know what? At least they're up 28-7 right now in the second quarter.
Yep.
Jimmy said F1 tomorrow. Max Verstappen. It's chalk, but a lock. Okay, Jimmy. All right. I really didn't have many angles on college football today other than Iowa plus the points and Kent State. My guy Johnny Nelson said, I'm locked in all day tomorrow, Keg. Let's go. Let's go, Johnny. Let's go. I actually only have, I have the second half of the teaser for tomorrow that's on the spreadsheet. And I got a play in the Washington game, and that's it for Sunday. And then I got a player prop in the Monday night game. I'll probably throw one more play on the sheet for the Sunday slate. Haven't decided what it's going to be yet.
How does that teaser grade?
It's going to probably grade if they cover the second half. We'll probably win a little bit more than a quarter unit. I think that's how it's going to grade.
I never knew how those work because I thought sometimes two-teamers lose with a push.
Yes, 100% sometimes. Yes. It depends on.
Is it if you take 7 instead of 6?
No, it depends on the book that you bet.
Oh,
like DK still has that rolling into tomorrow.
there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't feel great.
I mean, how about that game? I wasn't here for the. I mean, was it just me? I didn't even have a side, but that last drive, you could see it coming a mile away.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we went 4-0 on the props on that show. I gave out the Cowboys team total over winner. Holden gave out the Cowboys first half plus the points winner, and then Twatty gave out 2 props, which both won. So we dropped a little bit in the first touchdown shots that we always take, but
Right.
we ended up hitting the last 4 and making 2 units of profit on the first show, which, I mean, you would expect nothing less. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be me and Tyler all day long. I'll spend the rest of tonight before I go to bed digging in to NFL, and I'll probably throw one more play on the sheet, probably, and then the rest of my betting will be live. Tomorrow, it's a free show, 1 o'clock on the Run Pure Bets YouTube channel. For anybody that wants to come and hang out with us, it'll be about 12 hours. I'll be on the whole time. I'm hoping Tyler will be on 80% of it. So I'm excited.
Wow. Look at Javi Baez throw a game on national TV.
How about that?
Throws it right into the dugout. 8-7 Yanks.
All right, boys, we're out. Tomorrow, I'll see you at 1 o'clock Eastern. And the NFL season really begins tomorrow. And I'll be there for the entire season, at least for subscribers. Tomorrow's show is free. Hopefully, you make enough money with us tomorrow that you can actually sign up. You should have enough money betting on NASCAR for 6 months, but I digress. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Run Pure Bets YouTube channel. The NFL season is here. Let's go. See you tomorrow.